West Africa's investment world. This podcast is brought to you by Daba, your most comprehensive platform for investing in African stocks, bonds, and managed funds. You can download the Daba app on your favorite Google and Apple app stores. Today, we are reviewing the week of August 11 to 15. And let's begin with good news. The BRVM ended the week on a positive note, breaking away from its recent downward trend. Yes, the market closed the 33rd trading week with renewed confidence. Let's start with the main indicators. The BRVM Composite Index, which tracks all listed stocks, gained 0.65% to close at 303.24 points. This may sound modest, but it is an important signal. It shows that the market is slowly leaving behind the negative streak observed in previous sessions. The BRVM 30, which follows the 30 most liquid stocks, performed even better, rising 0.96% to finish at 152.20 points. Meanwhile, the Prestige Index, tracking the largest capitalizations, gained 1.25% to reach 129.51 points. What does this mean for you as an investor? It means confidence is returning, especially for strong, reputable, and highly traded stocks. When these three indexes move upward together, it is often a sign that both institutional and retail investors are regaining appetite. As for volumes, a little over 3,249,000 shares were traded during the week, for a total value of 4.077 billion francs CFA. Compared to the previous week, activity decreased by 13%, which shows that transactions slowed, but prices still moved upward. In short, fewer trades, but better sentiment. Proof of a selective yet optimistic market. Now let's turn to the sectors. And here again, we have encouraging signals. The textile sector was the star, recording a 5.45% increase. This shows investors are once again betting on locally rooted industries, especially in a region where consumption remains robust. Just behind, the distribution sector advanced 4.65%. What does this tell us? That despite uncertainty, consumer demand is strong, making companies tied to household spending attractive. Finally, the tobacco sector gained 3.06%, confirming its role as a defensive option. In times of volatility, investors often take refuge in these stable, cash-generating stocks. For investors, these sector signals are crucial. They reveal where money is flowing, helping you decide where to look for opportunities. On the individual side, one company clearly stood out. Bernabé Côte d'Ivoire surged 11.07%, closing at 1,555 francs CFA. Why such a strong rise? Because the company released solid half-year results that reassured the market. Add to that an attractive valuation, and you get heavy demand for the stock. Uniwax Côte d'Ivoire also impressed, rising 5.45% to 580 francs CFA. In this case, investors considered the price level attractive enough to re-enter. Setao Côte d'Ivoire matched that same 5.45% increase, also finishing at 580 francs CFA. These performances illustrate one key point. Industrial and construction stocks, long overlooked, are attracting fresh attention. On the other hand, not everything was positive. Solibra Côte d'Ivoire recorded the biggest loss of the week, falling 5.13% to 17,045 francs CFA. Safca Côte d'Ivoire lost 4.7% to 1,075 francs CFA. And Oragroup Togo declined 3.70% to 1,560 francs CFA. These setbacks remind us that the market remains selective. While some stocks rise sharply, others still face pressure. Let's now shift to the bond market. Here, the picture was slightly less favorable. The total capitalization of the bond compartment slipped 0.24% to settle at 10,297.8 billion francs CFA. Trading volumes reached 57,211 securities, representing a total of 536.8 million francs CFA. But one bond in particular dominated the week: Côte d'Ivoire's 10-year sovereign issue, with a 5.75% coupon. This single instrument accounted for over 67% of trading volumes. Specifically, 38,505 bonds changed hands for a value of 365.8 million francs CFA. Why does this matter? Because it confirms that even when the bond market dips overall, investors remain very attracted to sovereign Ivorian debt. The coupon is attractive, the issuer is considered reliable, and the liquidity is there. For investors, these bonds remain a cornerstone for portfolio stability and diversification. So, what should we expect for the week of August 18 to 22, 2025? Analysts point to several sector-level opportunities. Consumer goods and distribution could continue to benefit from resilient demand. The textile sector, which has already posted strong gains, deserves attention too. Some investors may take profits, but momentum could still be favorable. The bond market is likely to stay calm but selective, with continued focus on sovereign issues offering solid coupons. Of course, to know exactly which stocks to buy, sell, or hold, you'll need to check Daba Pro. Those detailed recommendations are reserved for our subscribers. But this sector-level view already gives a clear picture. The BRVM is showing signs of recovery, and informed investors still have opportunities to capture in the coming sessions. In summary, the week of August 11th to August 15th confirmed a rebound in confidence at the BRVM. Indexes moved higher, key sectors outperformed, and several stocks stood out as top gainers. Even in the bond market, where capitalization dipped, sovereign issues like Côte d'Ivoire's 10-year bond continued to attract strong attention. And to go further, remember that Daba Pro is the premium subscription designed to help you get the best out of investing in Africa. You get weekly recommendations, detailed stock analysis, exclusive data, and reduced investment fees. With Daba Pro, you don't just follow the markets, you get ahead of them. That's all for today's episode. Thanks for listening to the Daba Markets Talk podcast. We'll be back tomorrow with another update. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a rating, follow us, and share with friends. Remember, this information is for educational purposes. Always do your own research or consult with a financial advisor before making investment decisions. And download the Daba app on your app store to start investing in African stocks, bonds, and manage portfolios through your phone and find other helpful content. Until next time, keep learning and keep growing your financial knowledge.